It's Super Bowl 47. Throwing,
Catching, running, big hits, beer, crazy food, and of course, touchdowns.
Super Bowl 47 is going to be live at the Sherlock Holmes this Monday, 10:30. Be there or be square.
So QPR host Norwich first up this weekend. QPR's fortunes have been a bit interesting recently. They were dumped out of the FA Cup last weekend, going down 4-2 to the lowly MK Dons. Then midweek managed a 0-0 draw at home to Manchester City, so they're really hard to pick. Manager Harry Redknapp's been pretty busy in the transfer market. He wants to bring Peter Crouch to QPR to reunite with him. It would be the fifth time that he's managed the tall striker. Might work out there. They've already signed Loic Remy from Marseille. That was an £8 million transfer, and maybe their fortunes will reverse and they'll start playing a bit better football. I think they'll beat Norwich and that'll be 1-0. And we see Reading host Sunderland. This is going to be a humongous match. I cannot wait for it to start. It's probably the clash of the weekend. No, just kidding, mate. Couldn't care less. A Dower game that'll finish 0-0. Newcastle-Chelsea play at 2 AM on Saturday night. That will be an interesting game. Newcastle have become the French connection. They have signed or are looking at some 5 players, all coming from Ligue 1, including Mathieu Debuchy, who has signed a very, very promising attacking right back. Was really good in the Euros last year and should fit in well under Alan Pardew. Also looking at Yanga Mbawa, Johan Gulfran, a good attacking midfielder, Haidara and Moussa Sissoko from PSG. So they need that good kind of reignition into their season to stay up at the moment. They host Chelsea this weekend, which will be a really tough test. So it'll see Demba Ba return to St James Park. He'll probably get booed and jeered a lot by the home faithful there. I think that'll be a 2-2 draw. Then we see West Ham hosting Swansea. Swansea have been rampant at the moment, playing really, really well. Hammers, on the other hand, still very, very inconsistent. I think Swansea will go to East London and win 2-1. Wigan play Southampton that night as well. What can I say about Wigan? Not a great deal. Southampton, an interesting side to watch. They attack, which is good. They don't really go to places and look too miserable. So I think they'll get a point there. It'll be 1-1. And we see Arsenal versus Stoke. Manager for Arsenal, Arsene Wenger, hates Stoke because every time the two teams play, whether it's in London or up in the Midlands, Stoke kick the shite out of Arsenal players who try and actually pass the ball and do something a bit more attractive than hoof it up to a tall centre forward. I think Arsenal will be too good. They're playing quite well at the moment, and that'll be 2-1. Everton versus Aston Villa next. Everton are playing quite well. They're sitting 5th in the table. They've just signed Leroy Fer for £8.6 million from Holland. A good central midfielder, big, tall and strong. Might give Fellaini a bit of support. They still need another striker. Maybe look for a loan deal or something to try and ease the pressure off Jelavic, who's a bit misfiring at the moment. I think they should beat Villa, who went down 2-1 to Newcastle during the week. That'll be 3-0. Fulham host Man United, the league leaders, later Saturday night, early Sunday morning. United playing quite well through to the next round of the FA Cup. Fulham, still a tough place to go to, but having a pretty so-so season under manager Martin Gull. I think United will go, probably continue Van Persie's amazing scoring run, probably concede a goal first, and should win 2-1. West Brom played Tottenham next. Tottenham were dumped out of the FA Cup by Leeds United last weekend, which is pretty poor for them. A competition they would have liked to have done a bit better in, but now they can focus solely on the league and the Europa League, which is a trophy that's not unwinnable for a side with a squad like Tottenham. West Brom are still a very, very promising side, in the top 10, looking quite good. This is a tough one for Tottenham. Tottenham need to be able to go to places like West Brom and beat them, not just be happy to settle for a point. They need to beat them and take all 3 points back down to London. I think they'll do that this week. I think they'll win 1-0. Then our last match of the weekend sees Man City hosting Liverpool. City had a draw in the FA Cup last week, so they'll play again, a replay, soon enough. Liverpool, on the other hand, were beaten 3-2 at Oldham, which is a really, really ordinary performance. But now manager Brendan Rodgers did play a lot of kids. He's trying to look forward to the league matches a lot more. But it was a tournament that they made the final of last year and were really competitive toward the end against Chelsea when Andy Carroll came on. But now they're out of it. Not been a good season to really remember for Liverpool. I think City will be far too much class for them, and they'll win 2 goals to 0. And so that's us for another week. It's a huge weekend of sport here. The Melbourne Derby is going to be on in Melbourne Saturday night. That's about a 7:30 kickoff. It'll be huge in here. Come and have a drink before. It's just up the road at Etihad the match. Then all Saturday night, lots of football. Sunday night, lots of football, flowing into the Super Bowl on Monday, which kicks off at 10:30 in here. Sherlock Holmes, be here. It'll be massive. Lots of screens. Have it on ESPN and come and have a look. Until next week. Thank you.